get the headline at every turn, you know?
Well, ESPN loves it because he's doing them a favor. Yeah. All the shows they have.
And that's great. But I guess you just nailed my problem with it all, is that it's all for show. And why can't we have normal sports conversations without having to be outlandish for show?
For show. I'm putting the pressure on the Cubbies. Not to win it all, even though they could, but how much they will have to pay Pete Crow Armstrong. If he has a second half like his first half, this is going to be one of the all-time great bet on myself things ever. The power and speed that this kid has is giving him one of the best center fielder seasons we've ever seen in baseball. I mean, ever. Willie Mays, Jr., Mantle. This is unbelievable. He has 25 homers and 27 stolen bases before the break. That's the fourth fastest to a 25-25 in MLB history. He's got 3 more games in the Bronx against the Yanks before he hops the flight to the All-Star game. And on the season, he's hitting .271 with 21 doubles, 67 ribbies, or 61 runs scored, 70 ribbies, to go along with the homers and steals. Let me put this into perspective for you. He's on pace for 44 homers, 122 ribbies, and 48 stolen bases. The stolen bases alone shatter Jr., Jim Edmonds, Andrew Jones, Willie Mays, all these guys that hit home runs. They can't pay Kyle Tucker $500 million and PCA $300 to $400 million. He's not giving them a Chi-Town discount. This could be one of the greatest second half, if he can do it. Pressure's on him, too, to not, lose momentum after the break. But I think he's one of the best stories in baseball, and I think the pressure on the Cubs is going to be immense here with Tucker and PCA.
You know who I'm putting in the pressure cooker? The new Superman movie. And here's why. Oh. This is it.
I saw Christopher Reeve's son has a cameo in it.
Does he?
And he interviewed the new Superman. It was pretty cool.
Oh, he's on GMA. His son does Good Morning America. Christopher Reeve's son. Anyway, I'm putting it in the pressure cooker for one reason. This is it. Superhero movies, this is your last chance, especially DC, all right? We've tried. You have marketed everything in the world about this movie. James Gunn has been sold as going to make the next great superhero movie here. If it flops, I'm out. I'm done. Marvel has gone off the rails since that Infinity Wars. If Superman is off the rails, then I'm done.
Sounds like a hot take.
What do you...
That if it's off the rails, you're done. That's a hot take.
I'm done with superhero movies. I'm done buying into the superhero movies, okay? I used to be first in line for the superhero movies, and they've gotten out of control. It's time to rein it back in. It's time
Spider-Mans were pretty good.
Spider-Mans were good. That was an outlier. This Superman movie is one last chance, especially for DC Comics. Are you going to go see it?
I'd like to go back to the theater. Haven't been there in a while.
When was the last time you went to a movie?
I can't quite remember.
Wow. I make an effort to try to go to a movie at least once every 2 months.
I wanted to see the new Mission Impossible in the theater. Is it still there?
It probably a lot
should
of these,
be, right?
Yeah, a lot of them you can still go see. The best theatrical experience I've had of the last 2 years was Oppenheimer in theaters. That was all time. Have you seen Oppenheimer?
No.
It's my favorite movie of all time now. Get in there and watch it. It's pretty good. Pretty good.
Not in the theater, though.
Not in the theater. You got to watch it at home DVD. Mm-hmm. I don't know if DVDs are still a thing.
I don't think so.
No.
I finally unplugged mine.
Really?
Yep.
It was still there. Blu-ray.
Oh, yes. The nice Blu-ray.
Yeah.
My grandparents, this is hilarious. Last time they bought a new car,
Meemaw?
This is not Meemaw. Different grandparents. Last time they bought a new car, it didn't have a CD player in it. So they made the company get them a CD player so that they could
negotiation tactic.
So they could listen to their CDs.
What's great about getting a new car?
What?
That everything is just so new.
It's
for
new.
A while.
Mm-hmm.
The smell, the look, the shine. Everything just is. And you want to make that last as long as possible.
You certainly do.
Like we talked about it. When do you break the seal on eating in the new car? And I'm not talking about full meal. I'm talking about like reaching into a bag to get a fry, that kind of thing.
When I got my new car, I remember the rules. The list of rules were infinite.
They go away one by one pretty fast.
And now it might almost be the year. I got it last July. We might be on the year anniversary. And boy, there's not a rule that's left standing. Yeah. You know, there was a peach that was left in my car while I was in Spain.
A pit?
A pit of peach. And boy, when I opened my car door after getting back, it had a delightful smell that did not smell like new car, I'll tell you that much. And I thought, man, what happened to this beautiful car I once loved?
It's like getting that first ding. It's a rough one.
I hit a pothole on the way to St. Louis once on this new car. My right rim is absolutely just destroyed. It looks awful. Yeah.
Well, we got a guy that could do that job for you, apparently. All right, we come back
Cole?
with, yes, it might be.
You know how you fix a rim?
No.
All right, come on. You got to say it.
2 minutes. We're coming back. Primetime problems on the way. We'll tell you. Rothman and Ice on the Fan.
The Black Friday and July event from Dell Technologies is here with great offers on trusted technology. You'll also discover huge deals on new AI-ready laptops like the Dell 14 Plus featuring Intel Core Ultra processors starting at $699.99. Save on top accessories, plus enjoy fast, free shipping and other benefits. Upgrade today by visiting Dell.com/deals. That's Dell.com/deals.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game.
Do you have 3 ex-wives and your current trophy wife wants a life insurance policy 3 times the size of the policies you had to purchase for your previous mistakes? If so, you need to call Big Lou at Term Provider, 800-777-1225. Big Lou is intimately familiar with your problems, and if you're 50 or 60 years old and in reasonably good health, a $1 million policy should only cost about $100 to $200 per month. Big Lou may have a solution for your previous policies as well. You may even save enough money to lighten the load on your new $1 million policy. Remember, call Big Lou. He's like you, except he's only on number 2. Call Term Provider at 800-777-1225. That's 800-777-1225. For $1 million in term life insurance that you can live with. Call Big Lou at 800-777-1225. 800-777-1225.
Rothman and Ice is sponsored by your local Pella Window and Door showroom on Gemini Parkway. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Their live golf team name is Ice Dogs. You're listening to Rothman and Ice.
Deion Sanders, always in the news, wants to add some dudes to his staff. Wants to bring in Byron Leftwich, Mike Zimmer. Just keep piling in some names. And he's hoping that Byron Leftwich is going to agree to coach. But really what came out of their media days was him transforming Colorado back into being a high-profile program. And
Are they?
Well, I mean, high-profile doesn't necessarily mean great success. They're high-profile.
Great success.
Thank you. The fact that you didn't say that, I'm sorry.
We got to have some Borat drops in here.
That's on me. Major NFL experience on his coaching staff. So he always has that. Right? He wants big dudes on the staff.
Do you...
Especially when... so I was out for a Gold Jacket Thursday, the one I didn't want to miss. I was sick, and it was Warren Sapp.
Why were you sick?
I don't remember exactly what happened.
You should have been here.
Oh, I know. It was coming off the Memorial Tournament.
Oh, dude.
And then I went to
Chi-Town on that Wednesday. His voice on Wednesday, you knew it was happening.
And then I went to a wedding in Chicago, really burning that candle at both ends, and then came back and just
You can't do it anymore?
Out. No. It was a good run. I mean, I had the week at Memorial and then the wedding. But anyway, they had Warren Sapp on for Gold Jacket Thursday. I basically, guys, here you go. Just handle this well.
That alarm clock went off a long time ago. You can go to the next subject.
Oh, I heard this. This is where you made him mad.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said, I don't know who this Cole guy is, but I'll never come back on this show again if he is still on it. I thought that was a little dramatic. I can't believe you did that, Cole.
I can't believe I did that either.
So now that he doesn't have Shedeur, his son, and his other son is where now?
I think the Buccaneers signed him as an
Shiloh.
undrafted free agent.
Mm-hmm.
You had an imaginary friend named Shiloh once.
I did.
thought.
I still do.
Yeah.
He sits at the seat next to me at my desk.
So let's hear from, which soundbite is this from Media Days?
This is him via ESPN.
Without Shedeur, a lot of people speculated you didn't have much interest in coaching college football.
Why was that? What?
I don't. There was a.
Why would that be a factor? Why would I have interest in doing what God blessed me to do? That don't make sense whatsoever.
Well, just walk.
Don't forget, you know I had two sons, right?
I do.
Yeah,
Shiloh.
Yeah. What about Shiloh?
Yeah. Shiloh's off. Trying to make the league.
So they forgot about without Shedeur. Well, what about Shiloh? What about Junior? Bucky's still with me. Junior's still with me.
I know he's with you.
Yeah.
I know. Just walk me through the
It's easier for me, man.
Okay, why?
Because I don't have to be two things. I don't have to be the father and the coach.
Yeah.
Now I could just be the coach, and I don't have to look and make sure I'm a dad and he's doing his job. I'm a dad and he's doing his job on the defensive side. Now I could just focus on these young men. I love so many of them like they're my sons. I truly do. And some of them act like they're my sons. Mm-hmm. But I don't have any biological sons on the team right now. But I'm proud of them, man. But I love the challenge. I do.
You know what he does that really frustrates me? And he does it with the media all the time. They ask very normal questions. And he turns around and makes them and almost belittles them for their questions and makes them feel so small. Like, why would you ask that? When that's a very normal question to ask. Hey, does it feel different now that your sons aren't on the team, now that you're not coaching that up? And instead now...
Well, let me take up for a quick second, and I'm with you on a lot of it. And Maddie and I have talked about this a lot. But the question wasn't as softball as you described it.
True.
The question was more of a challenge. That if you hear it again, play the beginning of that question again, and then you can cut it off.
Oh, I already exited out of it.
He's great at his job. Where did you get this guy? Where'd you hire him?
What are you, an intern?
What, a temp agency?
He's looking for directions to the post office.
Shedeur, a lot of people speculated you didn't have much interest in coaching college football.
There you go.
Why was that?
There you go. So the question is that, so he put him on defense right away. There are a lot of people out there that would say, that's also a lot of speculation that you don't want to coach, that you didn't want to come back. So all of a sudden he's on his heels. So it really was, which is fine. I'm not saying the question isn't valid, but it had a little bite to it right out of the gate. Basically what happened is you're challenging his dedication. That there's speculation that as soon as your sons were gone, you'd be gone. Well, he's still there, and they paid him a lot of money to stay. They've got a lot of questions, whether they can have a winning season, whether they'll make a bowl game, and finally, and all that stuff. I mean, and I do think it's a valid question. I'm pretty shocked he stayed. I don't know what opportunities he had or where things were going, but it's what I don't like sometimes with him is that you can be him. He's one of the greatest athletes that ever lived. But I also don't like it when people say, well, why does his arrogance bother you? Well, because sometimes it's unattractive. It's okay to admit that he's arrogant, loves himself, loves to be the center of attention, loves everything about, but it's what it's done for him is first of all, it's his identity. It's authentic to him. Like he's been doing this for his whole life. That's what I'm saying. I'm actually taking up for him here, and that if there was speculation that I didn't have dedication to this program, I would have left. Right when my sons did.
I just don't necessarily. I think you're right. I do think that there is almost a surprise there that he is still so invested in the program, but I think he wants to build something. I wish that not every time, and you know what? This is unfair, and I'm gonna stick up for him here too. every time I hear a Deion soundbite, it's because it's him kind of being combative. But there are also probably a million soundbites we never hear. But with that said, it's not out of the realm of possibilities to ask that question. And good for him for sticking around. But I do think there is still a big question that I have every day, which is why it feels like to me that he's playing a video game in real life. And that's fine. It feels like he wants to build a program, and that's impressive. But when people ask the why, you can't get frustrated.
The legendary quarterback guru trainer Quincy Avery also was the one who was kind of leading the charge in whether Deion can actually make this work there now.
My forecast is that at one point this year, it's going to get really, really difficult. And then Deion Sanders is going to have to make a real decision. Was he doing this this whole time to prop his son up and help him become this top-tier quarterback, which he did help him do? Or does he want to do this because he really cares about the kids? He's never coached a team in which his sons did not play for. So if he's never done that, this is going to be brand new to him, and he's going to really find out if this is something that he really loves, or was he loving it because he got to help out his kids in a real way. And I think every dad or every parent would love to help their kids out in the way that he has. And the reason that I have such a difficult time with Deion is because I think that so much of the things that he does is about him rather than other people. And I think that just a lot of people miss that. So we get to see kind of who he is as a person when he has to take on this team without his sons involved.
It's dead on. It's a perfect comment. And it's very valid. We're going to find out. Deion just told you it's going to be easier. He doesn't have to walk that line of emotion because it are my sons. And they're on the team. And I have a lot invested there. Now it's players that have been recruited, and he gets to coach them. Not that he wasn't coaching his sons tough.
No, I know what you mean, but
different
there's a
emotional
different
investment. Yeah.
My dad used to coach my soccer team. A very similar world. And one time I got hurt in the game. I flipped upside down and I was laying down and I was in a lot of pain, and got over and got me to the sideline. And I thought there may have been tears in my eyes. No comment. But I was sitting on the ball, off to the side of the field, just very upset. My dad was not happy with me that I was injured. And he looked at me and grabbed a roll of paper towels and he walked over, and I thought he was going to hand them to me and just, wipe my tears away and say, hey, let's go. Sorry about that. He threw them at my head and said, quit crying and get back in the game. And you know what? It built me to be a better man. And I was fine. I got up, wiped my tears, and I got back in the game. So there's a different level of coaching when it's your son. And that's my story. And I really appreciate you all coming along for the ride there.
Yeah, he was your father. That's your best friend.
That's my best friend.
That's your mom's racket.
They got divorced.
Okay.
It didn't work out.
You can still go cry to your mom.
Yeah.
Is that what he was going to say to you?
Exactly. And he made me a better soccer player because of it. To this day, I think I might have had a broken rib then, but we're
might puncture a lung.
Yeah, but I got back in the game.
I don't know. Maybe you didn't deserve to go back in the game. Were you a good enough player to go back in the game?
Not a chance.
We come back with a Buckeye Bulletin and the fight that almost happened. Rothman and Ice and the Fan.
A lot of hosts have been on our airways in the past 30 years. Some good, some bad, some really bad. Anyway, sorry for that. The Fan.
Hey, it's Anthony. I actually enjoy the off-season. Gives me a chance to be really active, travel, be on the move. But when my back started giving me pain, I wasn't going to just deal with it this time. I went to the Good Feet store. Their personally fit arch supports got my feet into their ideal alignment, and I could already feel the difference in my back immediately. And they educated me. I had no clue. We actually have several arches under our feet, and those cushy over-the-counter insoles were not going to do the trick. So many people suffering with pain can benefit from their system. People with pain in their feet, ankles, lower legs, knees, hips, and more. I've been wearing my personally fit arch supports for a while now, and they've given me the motivation and confidence to be as active as I want to be. The Good Feet store thrives on being solution-oriented. Go in. The fitting is free. They want you to try them in the store and feel them for yourself. So get back to living the life you love with the Good Feet store. They're on Stringtown Road in Grove City and on Polaris Parkway. Or check them out at goodfeet.com.
Stories like this are really who we are. Hi, it's Steve Lindsay with Lindsay Honda. One of my son's coaches was having an issue with his transmission in his Honda. He had gotten quoted almost $9,000. He's like, can you help me out on the price and getting one through your Honda dealership? And I said, yeah. I said, but let's bring the vehicle in and let's make sure you, in fact, do need a transmission. We did a complete flush on his transmission and a software update on it, and that fixed his problem. And this guy has an extra $8,500 in his pocket because he reached out and I was able to connect him with my staff. We're going to take a step back and to make sure we're actually treating the core issue, not just the symptom.
This July at Lindsay Honda, our famous Cash for Clunkers is back during our Honda Summer event. Get up to $3,500 minimum for your trade and use it for a down payment, negative equity, or keep the cash. Only at Lindsay Honda.
The big one is back. The Good Guys 27th Summit Racing Nationals presented by PPG. All this weekend.